The internet is a strange and wonderful place. New trends appear almost daily. In early 2025, a peculiar character began to capture attention. This was Tung 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 Sahur. It was not a person nor a traditional cartoon. Instead, it was an AI-generated image, a curious wooden creature. This figure often clutched a baseball bat, looking rather imposing. Its arrival was usually announced by an Indonesian voiceover, adding to its unique flavor. This wasn't just a fleeting image, it quickly grew into a full-blown meme, a shared digital experience that many found oddly compelling and amusing, sparking conversations across platforms. The very first sighting of this wooden sentinel can be traced. It appeared on TikTok, a platform known for launching viral sensations. A user named @Noxasht shared an AI-generated image on February 28, 2025. This image showed the stickman figure, bat in hand, seemingly waiting at a train or bus stop, an ordinary setting for an extraordinary being. The accompanying Indonesian audio delivered a playful warning. It spoke of a scary anomaly that only appeared during sahur, the pre-dawn mealtime. The message was clear. If you didn't wake up after 3 calls for sahur, this creature might just pay you a visit, a humorous threat to ensure participation in the tradition. Understanding Tung 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 Sahur requires a little cultural context. Sahur is the important pre-dawn meal Muslims eat before they begin their daily fast during Ramadan. The phrase Tung 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 cleverly mimics the sound. It is the onomatopoeic representation of the bedug. This is a large traditional drum used in Indonesia and Malaysia. Its beats signal prayer times and, crucially during Ramadan, announce that it's time for sahur. The meme, therefore, humorously positioned its wooden creature as a rather insistent, slightly menacing modern-day replacement for the traditional wake-up call, ensuring no one missed their meal through its digital presence. The impact of that first video by @Noxasht was nothing short of phenomenal, a testament to its quirky charm. Within just 1 month, it had amassed over 31 million views. It also gathered an impressive 2.4 million likes, staggering numbers that signify true viral spread. Experts in internet culture quickly categorized Tung 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 Sahur. It was labeled a brain rot meme, a term for content that is often absurd, repetitive, yet strangely captivating. It was also a character-based meme, focusing on the distinct persona of this wooden enforcer of sahur, a figure both eerie and entertaining to a rapidly growing audience. The journey of Tung 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 Sahur did not stop within its initial cultural sphere. It quickly transcended geographical borders, spreading like digital wildfire from Southeast Asia across the globe, primarily through the powerful algorithms of TikTok. The core elements, the rhythmic tung 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 sound, the slightly exaggerated and loud pronunciation of sahur, and the distinct visual of the wooden creature proved universally intriguing. Users worldwide began to create their own energetic video interpretations. Many pretended to be sahur drummers themselves, often using everyday household items like pots, pans, or water containers as makeshift instruments, their faces contorted in exaggerated expressions of urgency and enthusiasm. The meme's versatility was a key factor in its explosive growth, with numerous variations appearing swiftly. On March 10, 2025, for instance, TikToker @redblux_TikTok shared a particularly dynamic video. It featured the creature animated, swinging its bat, running, and then dramatically exploding. This action-packed rendition alone garnered over 5.3 million views and 300,000 likes in merely a week. Just a few days later, on March 13th, another user @Dahuludan posted a video where the Tung 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 Sahur creature actually spoke, adding another layer to its developing lore. This too proved incredibly popular, receiving over 5 million views and 200,000 likes within 10 days, showing the character's evolving narrative potential. Creative adaptations continued to flourish as the meme embedded itself into online culture. Users went beyond simple mimicry, incorporating dance moves, applying various filters, and even donning costumes to embody the sahur spirit or the creature itself. Some took it further, creating fictional sahur squads complete with imagined uniforms and missions, building a playful mythology around the meme. It wasn't just individual users. Brands and influencers also recognized its widespread appeal. They cleverly adopted the Tung 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 Sahur trend for their festive communications during Ramadan, using its familiarity to connect with audiences in a light-hearted and culturally relevant manner, showcasing its adaptability. As the month of Ramadan drew to a close in late March 2025, the narrative around Tung 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 Sahur took another turn. Indonesian internet users began to joke that the creature was returning to its homeland. And its mission of waking people for sahur had been successfully completed for the year. A video by TikToker at Sebuah Video Random 2 on March 22nd illustrating this theme quickly gained over 800,000 plays. For the most part, the meme was received with great positivity, seen as a fun cultural celebration, while a few conservative voices expressed concern about it potentially mocking religious traditions. Many religious content creators actually embraced it, using its popularity to engage younger audiences. While Tung 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 Sahur drummed its way into viral fame with a clear cultural anchor, another mysterious name began to circulate in the digital ether of 2025 Capacitor Assassino. Unlike its Sahur waking counterpart, the specific origins and detailed narrative of Capacitor Assassino were less immediately apparent in early discussions and documentation. There wasn't a single, widely cited origin video, or a clear cultural tradition it was directly referencing. This enigma, however, didn't stop its name from appearing alongside other bizarre creations of the time, hinting at a shared, peculiar lineage within the vast and fast-moving world of internet memes, a new player in an emerging digital theatre. Based on its intriguing name and the context of its emergence, it's highly probable that Capacitor Assassino belongs to, or at least shares distinct characteristics with, a broader meme trend known as Italian brain rot, or AI Italian animals. This particular subgenre gained significant traction in early 2025. It was characterized by the proliferation of AI-generated images and short videos. These often depicted fantastical, sometimes grotesque or hilariously absurd creatures. A common feature was the use of a male Italian text-to-speech voice to introduce or narrate the antics of these digital beings, lending a specific, almost theatrical flair to their presentation. Even Tung 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 Sahur, with its distinctly Indonesian voiceover and cultural roots, found itself associated with this wider Italian brain rot phenomenon. This connection highlights a fascinating aspect of meme culture: how trends can influence each other and share stylistic elements across different languages and origins. The AI-generated aesthetic and the presentation of unusual anthropomorphic characters were common threads. Other notable examples from this Italian-voiced digital zoo included Bombardiro Crocodilo, an anthropomorphic crocodile reimagined as a military bomber plane, and Tralalero Tralala, a shark incongruously sporting Nike shoes, showcasing the boundless creativity of this trend. Therefore, one can speculate that Capacitor Assassino likely followed a similar blueprint. It was probably another AI-generated entity, perhaps with an equally bizarre or nonsensical name and form. The Assassino part of its name suggests a potentially menacing or action-oriented persona, much like the bat-wielding Sahur creature or the militaristic crocodile. Whether it was an electrical component brought to life with deadly intent, or something else entirely, it was undoubtedly part of this shared digital ecosystem where the strange and the algorithmically generated found a curious and engaged audience, eager for the next peculiar creation to analyze and share. The rise of phenomena like Tung 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 Sahur and the mysterious Capacitor Assassino can be partly understood through the lens of brain rot. This term, often used affectionately by internet users, describes content that is delightfully absurd, often low effort in its apparent production, yet intensely captivating and shareable. It's the kind of digital content that might seem nonsensical at first glance, but quickly worms its way into collective consciousness through sheer repetition and an undeniable, if unexplainable, charm. These AI-generated creatures, with their strange appearances and often repetitive audio, fit this description perfectly, offering a break from more polished or serious online content. The increasing sophistication and accessibility of AI generation tools played a crucial role in this 2025 trend. Creating novel, surreal, and often hilarious characters became easier than ever before. This technological empowerment meant that anyone with an idea could potentially bring a bizarre creature to life, contributing to a rapid proliferation of such memes. The AI itself often introduced an element of the uncanny or the unexpected, generating visuals that a human artist might not have conceived, adding to their unique appeal. The resulting characters felt fresh and, in their strangeness, strangely relatable as products of our increasingly digital and algorithmically influenced world. Another layer to their popularity is the interactive and communal aspect they foster. For instance, Tung 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 Sahur wasn't just passively consumed, it was actively power-scaled. This is a common practice in online fan communities where users debate and compare the fictional power levels of different characters. The Sahur Sentinel found itself compared against other brain-rot figures like Brr Brr, Patapim, a monkey-like creature covered in trees, or Hotspot Bro, another Indonesian character meme. This engagement, these debates and comparisons, transform passive viewing into active participation, strengthening the meme's cultural footprint and building a shared universe of these oddities. Ultimately, memes like Tung 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 Sahur and the cohort of AI creatures, including the presumed capacitor assassino, capture the public imagination for a potent mix of reasons. There's the allure of cultural relevance, as seen with the Sahur connection, tapping into shared traditions in a novel way. There's the undeniable novelty of AI-generated beings offering visual surprises. Pure, unadulterated humor derived from their inherent absurdity plays a huge part. And finally, the community participation, the remixes, the discussions, the power scaling all contribute to a feeling of shared experience in navigating the delightfully weird corners of the internet, making us all part of the unfolding digital folklore.